Okay, so as I was saying the other time, I said one of the things you need to take very serious in this topic is the calculations. Okay, this is one of the topic whereby examiner will give you bulk information. By the end of the day, no matter how bulky the information is, it's either you are doing the market price per share, this is the first one, or you are doing the market value of equity, second guy, or you are doing the market value of the whole company, third guy. Okay, lest I forget, let me state this. This guy is also the market value of the whole company minus market value of debt. Will give you market value of equity. Okay, so these are the three things you're doing. Okay, there is a relationship between the first one and the second one. The first one is just per share, and the second one is in total. Okay, so which means once you have your market value of equity, okay, this guy is actually market value of equity divided by number of shares of ordinary shares ramping for dividend. Okay, number of shares. Okay, so and you remember this guy is also your what's the formula for your MVE or VE under cost of capital? It is the market price per share x what?
XDIF.
X diff multiplied by number of shares. So this formula, some people refer to it as market capitalization. Method, okay? So which means anytime you see market price per share and you see number of share, you can easily multiply it to get your market value of equity, okay?
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
Okay. So any question on this before we proceed, please? Three things. If you are doing this valuation, you are doing three things. Either market price per share, market value of equity, or market value of the whole company. Any question? No question. Okay, so let's go to the next one, which is concepts in valuation. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yes, ma'am. You have the floor.
Yeah, I want to ask, is there going to be a separate note, or we should be copying it as you are writing now?
Don't copy it. I will share the note after the class. So you just have to print that one out. That's your notes.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
We have some concepts in valuation. Okay. Think four of them. We have annuity. Okay. We have growing annuity. Okay. We have terminal value. Okay. Let's take the one after that. Now explain the last one. The first one is annuity. Who can help us with the meaning of annuity? Okay. It looks too simple. Right? Okay, oh yeah. Who can help us with the meaning of annuity? Anybody? Constant
Uh,
cash flows, that is without growth for a period of time. So, for example, if I tell you that our cash flow, for example, e.g., however, if I tell you that our uh, cash flows next, cash flows uh, from year 1 to 5. So let's say year 1 is the cash. This one is here. This one is cash flows. Okay, cash flows, we call it here actually. So year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5. So constant cash flows. So maybe you have 100 here, you have 100 here, you have 100 here, 100 and 100. This is what we are just saying. If you have constant cash flow from for without growth for a period of time, the period of time here is year 1 to 5. So if you are to discount such cash flow to have their today's value, which we call the present values, so what you do is what we call annuity. So what is now annuity? The formula for annuity is then PV is cash flow, the current cash flow into let me just multiply that, Ctrl Z, multiply by 1 minus 1 plus r raised by minus n over r. Okay, so this is our annuity. So once you are aware or you are told that your cash flow is constant for a particular period of time, okay, so we call it annuity, and this is the formula to discount just cash flow. Okay, once you put the cash flow, because the constant cash flow here is now 100, once you are multiply this formula, it's going to give you the present value of the cash flow. Okay, are we together? You have to know the type of cash flow you have for you to know what to do. The second one is growing annuity. Anyone who wants to try on growing annuity? Anybody? Anybody growing annuity? Or are we just hearing this for the first time?
hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello, sir. I think we can say it's a cash flow that is growing over a period of time.
Okay. Now there are two types of growth. Is it constant growth or not constant growth? As in growth rate.
Yes.
So yeah, answer my question.
Not constant growth.
Okay. This
Annuity can be defined, sir. Are you listening?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. As an amount that is payable, that increases or decreases, at a constant rate over a numbers of years.
Annuity or growing annuity, ma'am? Which one?
That's annuity growth and growing annuity. That's it can increase or it can decrease at a constant rate over over a specific number of years.
But
You are very correct, man. You are very correct, man.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. So this
Thank you,
refers
sir.
to cash flows with a constant growth rate, actually. A constant growth rate. Okay. For a period of time. Okay. So the formula is actually PV, present value of such cash flow, is the cash flow in year 0 into 1 plus G over cost of capital minus the growth rate multiplied by 1 minus 1 plus G over 1 plus K raised to power n. Okay, this is the formula. So when you do this, you are going to get your cash flows for the period, present value of it. So let's say, for example, e.g., we have cash flows with constant growth rates for 5 years. Okay, so this is what you're saying. Yeah, and growth. Okay, let me say cash flow here. Let's say our growth rate is, should we say 50%, for example? So we have year 1, year 2, year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5. Okay. Our cash flow now, which is cash flow year 0, let's say is 1,000. Okay. Because we have growth rate of 50%. So from year 0 to year 1 now, our cash flow will have grown by 50%. So we now have what here? 1,500. Are you on the same page?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then someone should help us. What is 1,005 times 1.5?
That's 2,250.
God bless you. This figure times 1.5. What do you have?
3375.
Don't use head, though. Use calculator.
3375.
3375.
3375.
Okay. Okay. Year 4, uncle.
5,063.
5,060.
5063.
Year 5, uncle.
7,594.
7,000.
594.
594. Okay. So you can see, if you check these cash flows from year 1, year 0 to year 1, the growth rate is 50% on yearly basis. Are you on the same page? 50%. 50%. Okay. 50% and 50%. So this one refers to as cash flow with constant growth rate. Every year. Okay, is that a question? Hello, ma. Okay. So what I'm trying to say is that based on definition, this refers to cash flows with constant growth rate for a period of time. So the growth rate when you check from 1 year to another is the same for that period. So if you have this type of cash flow, if you have to discount it, this is the formula for discounting short cash flow. Okay, so you will see this in your business valuation question, especially I think the free cash flow, the cash flow method. And probably under merger and acquisition, you may see something like this. You are using cash flow approach to value the business. Any question before we proceed? No question. So who can help us with terminal value? Okay, NA, you have the floor. You can see you raise your hand. You have the floor.
Okay, good evening, sir. Please, I want to ask this formula and the second, okay, the formula for the growing annuity.
Yeah.
Is that raised to power n or raised to power minus n?
It's N, no. It's N. And I think if you check your book,
Okay, thank you.
if you check your question, this CF, they call it, I think, A. So you see AO. Then this K here, I think they call it R. Okay, R, I think. So that's different. This is part of the formula examiner will give you. No need to cram it. Just understand how to put the variable. Okay. Okay. So who can help us with terminal value?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Please answer that. Is it possible for us to have cash inflow in year 0?
Cash inflow in year 0. It depends. It's very possible. Can you hear me?
Thank you. Yes, sir.
It's very possible. Probably when you are doing, I think, under your capital budgeting, it's possible. Okay, or even here, it's possible. You may need to dispose of some assets because you want to acquire a company. That's an inflow. So it's possible. It depends on examiner will tell you if it is cash inflow in year 0 or not. But what you have here, the 1,000 you have here is right now. You know, in SFM, in management, financial management, currently now is actually year 0. If I want to start my decision, I'm saying currently now. I want to use this as a basis for other coming or future period or future year. So this is year 0. If I tell you I have 1,000 naira now in my savings account and I want to be saving so amount every month or every year, so I want to calculate my balance every year. So what I have now is not actually is not an outflow, it's an inflow. Until I say I want to spend that money I have now. Do you get the point? Okay. So who can help us with terminal value? Terminal value. Anybody? Okay, so terminal value, if you understand this first one, this second one rather, the growing annuity. So understand this terminal value won't be a problem. It won't be a problem. The difference between the two is this. Growing annuity, there is cash flow with constant growth rate just for some period of time. But terminal value is a cash flow also with constant growth rate too, but not just for a period of time. It is this one now, it is from a period of time to infinity. Do you get the point? Okay, so this let's jot this reverse to cash flows with a constant growth rate. Okay, from a particular particular year or period till infinity. Do you get that? Okay, so the present value of such cash flow will be calculated as cash flows base year, okay, into 1 plus the growth rate over cost of capital minus growth rate multiplied by discounting factor of the base year. Okay, are we together? Now, cash flow base year, cash flow base year simply means the cash flow of the year before the growth to infinity commences. Okay, like if I tell you in a question that there will be a growth rate of maybe around 10% from year 7 to infinity. So if I say e.g. G is equals to 10% year 7 to infinity. What is the year before that growth? Our growth to infinity commences at year 7, right? But what is
Yes,
the
sir.
year before that year 7?
Yeah.
That is year
Year
6.
6.
So year 6 is our base year. So what you will look for is now the cash flow of the base year, cash flow of year 6. So that is the cash flow of the year before the growth to infinity, the growth to infinity commences, and it is calculated as cash flow base year is equals to cash flow year 0 into 1 plus g raised power n. Okay, are we on the same page? Okay, we have another income perpetuity. Some people call it terminal value without growth rate. I don't want to confuse you with that. So it is when you have a cash flow from a particular period till infinity without growth. Let me say constant cash flow, just like opposite of annuity. Constant cash flows that is without growth. Okay, without growth from a particular period till infinity. So the formula, the PV of such cash flow will be the cash flow over the cost of capital, or you say the cash flow multiplied by, okay, this tomorrow 1 over k. Okay, so these are the concepts you need to understand. Aside the calculations you have to learn, which is either market price per share, market value of equity, or market value of the whole company. So these are the concepts in valuation. Annuity, that is cash flow without growth for just some period of time. Growing annuity, cash flow with growth rate for a period of time. Terminal value, cash flow with growth rate from a particular period till infinity. Perpetuity, cash flow uh, without growth rate from a period to infinity. Okay, are we on the same page? Yes.
Yes, sir, we're on the same page.
Okay, that being said, let's look at the next point of action. We are done with the concept, so we'll now move on to the methods. So now you just look at the in the next 30 minutes, look at the basics, the net assets method, and I think probably with the income method. Okay, so far so good. If you want to forget anything, don't forget the purpose or the calculations in business valuation. Those three calculations very important. Okay, so let's move to the methods of valuation. We have 5 methods to be sincere, just 5. But under each of them, they have sub methods. Okay, the first one is what we call the net assets method. Okay, the second one is the income based method. The third one, in no particular order, is the cash flow method. The fourth one, still no particular order, is the value or market based method. Sorry, just a minute. I'm in a meeting. I'm coming. Sorry. Sorry, I was signing out some documents. Can you hear me now? Not yet, the class.
Yes, we can.
Okay. Uh, so I said we have 5 methods. I've mentioned 4 of them. So the fifth one is option based. These are your thoughts. So, okay, so the fifth one is option based method. Okay, now so bye. Option based method. Sorry for the brief transmission. Have to sign it up. Fifth option based option based method. Okay, so we need to look at the first 2 methods before we call it a day today. We have a minute left, so I'm going to share the new link. That will be the last link for today. So let's quickly check so we can round up these 2 methods.